Ever wonder what discipline looks like when it drives a Ferrari, prays before breakfast, and still shows up on set like it's day one? Meet Denzel Washington, the man whose mansion whispers the same word his movies shout: excellence. Yeah, we're talking about the Beverly Hills fortress where humility wears a tuxedo and legacy sleeps better than money ever could. But before the $16 million Mediterranean masterpiece, before the Oscars, before the memes calling him the realest man in Hollywood, there was just a kid from Mount Vernon who almost took the wrong turn. Denzel Hayes Washington Jr., born December 28, 1954. Mount Vernon, New York, small town, big temptations. His mom, Lennis, ran a beauty salon with the precision of a CEO. His dad, Denzel Sr., was a Pentecostal preacher so strict you could probably get grounded for blinking too loud in church. But at 14, boom, divorce. The kind of family earthquake that cracks your teenage foundation. His friends, slipping into the streets, drugs, gangs, bad news with good sneakers. Denzel, teetering right there on the edge. Years later, he'd say, "Those guys I hung with, they did 40 years combined." That's not a metaphor, that's a warning. So Mama Washington made the kind of decision that saves futures. She shipped her boy off to Oakland Military Academy. Cue the boots, the buzz cuts, the 5 a.m. drills. Denzel hated it until he didn't, because that punishment became his foundation. Discipline stopped being a rule, it became a language, a rhythm. The thing that later separated him from every actor chasing shortcuts and hashtags. What started as "yes, ma'am" became the backbone of a man who would one day demand excellence from every script and every soul in the room. And speaking of languages, Denzel soon discovered one that didn't use words at all. It used emotion. After high school, he hit Fordham University. Basketball star, campus cool kid, quick on the court, but lost in the mirror. He took a break. Translation: an existential crisis in sweatpants. Then came a YMCA summer job that changed everything. One day they held a little talent show skit. Denzel joined, just for laughs. The kids roared, the staff clapped, and one woman leaned over and dropped the line that rewired destiny. "You were born to be an actor." He never forgot it. That one sentence became his North Star. He went back to Fordham, switched his major to drama and journalism, and the rest, a masterclass in persistence. But purpose without persistence is just poetry. So now it was time to grind. Graduated in 1977, broke, hungry, and stubborn enough to believe he could make it. He hit the stage circuit, performing in plays where the audience sometimes outnumbered the paycheck. He got his first TV gig in Wilma, and plot twist. That's where he met Pauletta, the woman who would later teach him that love isn't a red carpet, it's a foundation. Then came a scholarship to the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. Fancy stuff, great coffee, nice weather. But Denzel lasted 1 year. Why? Because New York called, and New York doesn't leave voicemails. Cue the montage, auditions, rejections, tiny apartments, instant noodles, and bigger dreams. Until 1982, when everything shifted. He landed St. Elsewhere. Dr. Philip Chandler, charming, confident, unflappable. 6 seasons later, Denzel wasn't just acting, he was trusted by audiences, by critics, by Hollywood itself. And once Hollywood trusts you, they start handing you roles that build legends. Cry Freedom, 1987. Glory, 1989. Malcolm X, Training Day. Each performance wasn't just a job, it was philosophy with lighting. He didn't chase fame, he chased truth. While other actors shouted, Denzel echoed, deeply. 2 Oscars, global fame, and a filmography that aged like fine bourbon. Smooth, powerful, unforgettable. But just when everyone thought he'd reached the summit, he decided to start directing. Because why just star in the story when you can write the script? Antwone Fisher, The Great Debaters, Fences, each one dripping with discipline and moral weight. Denzel wasn't trying to be trendy, he was trying to be timeless. And that brings us here, the present. The man, the myth, the mansion. The one tucked behind regal gates in Beverly Hills where silence isn't emptiness, it's peace. a $16.5 million Mediterranean masterpiece that reflects not his fame, but his focus. A home that doesn't scream success, it hums it, like jazz in a quiet room. So, what does a life of discipline look like when it's wrapped in terracotta and tranquility? Well, grab your metaphorical sunglasses, because we're about to step through those iron gates and see how a Hollywood legend built not just a mansion, but a mirror of his mind. Behind those wrought iron gates of Beverly Hills, past the hedges that look like they've been trimmed by angels with OCD, stands a mansion that doesn't just say wealth, it says discipline pays on time. This isn't a party palace, it's a cathedral of calm. Every inch of it feels like a sermon on focus, preached in marble and mahogany. The driveway, long enough to make an Amazon delivery driver question their life choices. It curves gently toward a grand double-door entrance, framed by archways that whisper, "Welcome to excellence." And when those doors swing open, it's like stepping into a movie, one directed by God and decorated by patience. The first thing you see isn't the furniture, it's the silence. The kind that money can't buy, but discipline earns. The grand living room stretches out beneath cathedral-high ceilings, with hand-carved wooden beams that look like they've been holding up greatness since the Renaissance. Each one sculpted, sturdy, unshowy, kind of like Denzel himself. The parquet floors gleam like someone personally waxed them with ambition. A limestone fireplace stands in the center. Not loud, not flashy, just regal. You can almost picture him sitting there, glass of wine in hand, flipping through a script, pausing only to say, "Nah, this line could be deeper." The vibe isn't Hollywood extravagance, it's quiet royalty. The house doesn't brag, it breathes. And as you walk through, you realize, this isn't a museum of wealth, it's a home of memory. Birthdays, family dinners, late-night script readings, grandkids playing tag across floors polished with legacy. Step toward the arched windows, and that California sunlight doesn't just enter, it performs. Golden, soft, almost reverent. It spills across the room like a spotlight, reminding you that even light knows how to respect this man's energy. Outside, the gardens bloom like a well-kept secret. Manicured lawns, olive trees swaying like they're listening to Miles Davis. The kitchen? Oh, the kitchen could convert a microwave warrior into a chef. Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances quietly flex behind custom wood cabinetry. A marble island stretches across the space, gleaming like it's been personally blessed. You can imagine Sunday mornings, jazz on the radio, Paletta whipping up breakfast, Denzel flipping pancakes like he's rehearsing for a role called Dad of the Year. Then there's the dining room, chandelier glowing, the kind of soft light that makes every meal feel like Thanksgiving. The same table where prayers are whispered, deals are discussed, and occasionally Oscar statues get used as paperweights. Upstairs, the energy shifts. Louder spaces give way to softer ones. The master suite isn't built to impress guests, it's built to restore a king. Muted colors, plush fabrics, balcony doors that open onto a sunset view of Los Angeles that probably makes the clouds jealous. No gold-plated nonsense, just intentional luxury. Because when you've mastered your piece, you don't need to prove it. And the bathroom? Let's just say if inner peace had plumbing, it would look like this. A freestanding tub sits by a wall of windows, catching sunlight like a crystal chalice. Dual vanities, a walk-in closet so big it probably has its own zip code, but nothing screams for attention. It all just exists, perfectly aligned, quietly confident, like the man himself. Step out back, and now you're in the meditation chapter. A stone terrace that overlooks the Beverly Hills horizon, the pool, mirror still, cinematic, surrounded by palm trees that look like they're saluting. The water reflects the sky so perfectly it feels like heaven decided to install a backup portal. There's an outdoor kitchen, a shaded pergola, and, because of course there is, a fire pit. The kind where conversations turn into philosophy and laughter fades into reflection. You can almost see Denzel there at night, hoodie on, glass of wine, quietly replaying the day. Not the fame, not the money, just the mission. And that's the thing about this mansion. It doesn't feel like Hollywood luxury. It feels like a reward for living right. No ego, no noise, just purpose, peace, and a $16 million reminder that greatness can be elegant, not loud. But here's the twist. This isn't his only sanctuary. Because while most people collect cars or watches, Denzel collects peaceful places. A few miles away, tucked in another corner of LA, there's a second fortress of calm. Smaller, quieter, but just as intentional. A retreat where he can disappear from fame and just be Denzel the man, not Denzel the icon. So, grab your seatbelt. Next, we're heading to the second layer of the legend. A place where silence is golden, privacy has its own security code, and simplicity still wears a crown. Just a few miles from that Beverly Hills masterpiece, tucked in the private heart of Century City, lies Denzel Washington's second home. A $10.5 million hideaway that proves you can be powerful without ever being loud. It's called Century Woods, but it might as well be named Peace of Mind Estates, because that's exactly what this home is. Calm, crafted in concrete. From the outside, it's understated. No look-at-me architecture, no neon-lit fountains doing backflips, just elegance that knows its worth. Once you step inside, though, it's another story. Hardwood floors that stretch like time itself, natural light that glides across every surface like it's in a slow-motion scene, and furniture so plush it probably exhales when you sit down. The living room? Minimalist perfection. Neutrals, clean lines, no wasted space. The vibe is simple. If it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't belong. You can imagine Denzel there, remote in one hand, script in the other, watching old films. Maybe his own, maybe not. Quietly studying greatness like a scientist of soul. And of course, there's the kitchen, because a man who feeds minds also appreciates a good breakfast. State-of-the-art everything. Wolf range, sub-zero fridge, countertops that could double as art installations. It's less celebrity kitchen and more culinary dojo. You just know that if he burns toast, he'll deliver a motivational quote about it. Upstairs, Serenity Central. The master suite could cure anxiety just by existing. Soft tones, open air, terrace views that make you forget Los Angeles even has traffic. It's not luxury, it's therapy. The closets are immaculate, organized with military precision. Every suit, every shoe, probably aligned by color, creed, and cinematic significance. There's a terrace fireplace too, perfect for those nights when Denzel just wants to stare into the flames and think about life, legacy, and maybe the next sermon he's about to drop at a college graduation. And tucked behind all that tranquility, a home office, an empire control center disguised as a retreat. That's where he reads scripts, negotiates deals, or maybe just journals in peace. Because if there's one thing you learn about Denzel, it's that his silence makes more noise than most people's entire careers. But before we close the door on this chapter of architecture and introspection, let's take a quick detour to the garage. Because yes, even discipline loves horsepower. Here the collection isn't about ego, it's about expression. You've got the Aston Martin Vanquish, sleek, sculpted, British, and elegant. Basically the automotive version of Denzel himself. When that V12 engine roars, it doesn't say, "Look at me." It says, "Watch me work." Then there's the Audi A4, simple, functional, no nonsense. The car you drive when your net worth is $300 million, but your mindset is still blue-collar punctual. You can picture him rolling up to set in it, sunglasses on, gospel playing, just doing Denzel things. And of course, the Range Rover, because what's a legend without a getaway car for family trips, mountain mornings, and impromptu life lectures? It's luxury with dirt on its tires, just how he likes it. Finally, the Rolls-Royce Ghost Series 2, the crown jewel. Handcrafted perfection that hums quieter than his critics. A twin-turbo V12 that whispers class. The kind of ride where silence is the soundtrack. Denzel doesn't need to rev the engine. The world already knows he's arrived. But all that metal and leather, it's just the frame around a much bigger picture. Because for Denzel Washington, the true wealth isn't parked in the driveway. It's built over decades. The man's net worth hovers around $300 million, but that number barely scratches the surface of what he's earned. He didn't stumble into success, he strategized it. From St. Elsewhere to Training Day, from Malcolm X to Fences, every paycheck was the byproduct of precision. Smart contracts, back-end deals, producer credits, ownership, not just appearances. The kind of moves that make accountants smile and executives nervous. But even with all that power, Denzel never turned into one of those Hollywood moguls who forgets how doors work. He's grounded, literally, because the higher he climbed, the deeper his roots grew in faith and giving. He's poured millions into the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, not for a photo op, but because that's where he started. That's where a lost kid found mentorship, structure, and a reason to believe he could be more. He's funded scholarships at Fordham, donated to Wiley College to rebuild their debate team, and backed charities across the globe, quietly, consistently, with zero ego. And when the cameras fade, he's still the same man. Prayer before pressure, family before fame, gratitude before grandeur. His marriage to Pauletta has outlasted Hollywood trends, red carpets, and entire streaming platforms. 40 years of love, loyalty, and laughter. No scandals, no headlines, just partnership done right. His kids each carving their own path. John David, actor and former pro athlete, carrying the torch with that same simmering intensity. Katya, Olivia, Malcolm, all grounded, all focused, all fluent in the family language. Excellence without arrogance. At home, Denzel's routine is simple. Early mornings, scripture reading, long walks, jazz in the background, phone calls to family, maybe a drive, not to escape but to think. Because this man doesn't run from silence, he thrives in it, and that's what makes him a legend. Not the money, not the mansions, not even the movies. It's the mindset. While others chase fame, he chases purpose. While others collect attention, he collects peace. He doesn't perform for applause, he performs for alignment. Walk through his Beverly Hills mansion or his Century Woods retreat, and you won't just see marble and chandeliers. You'll feel legacy in the air, the kind that doesn't fade when the lights go out. Because Denzel Washington didn't just build a life, he built a lesson. That real greatness isn't about being seen, it's about being solid. That luxury means nothing if you can't rest in it. That discipline, done daily, outlasts talent, fame, and even time. So when the world talks about Hollywood legends, remember this. Behind those grand gates and flawless floors, there's a man who figured out the secret early. True wealth isn't in what you have, it's in what you hold steady. And Denzel Washington, he's held it all, with faith, with grace, and with hands steady enough to shape history. So the next time someone says money changes people, tell them, not if they were Denzel to begin with. If you love this peek inside the mind, mansion, and mastery of a legend, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Because next time, we're not just walking through homes, we're walking through greatness.